better?
Oh, we got a lot better. Some things, some mental things. A lot of the young guys got a lot of work in. You know, in the bye week, they get a lot of reps. You know, don't get them through the regular course of the season when we're playing on the game week, but they got a lot of quality reps in, and just as a team, we just kept the intensity level up throughout the week.
Looking forward to getting conference play started?
Yeah, great. Looking forward to that. When we get to the conference, Coach always preaches, you know, you got the first section of the season out the way, so now it's time to work on the next section, which is the conference play before we got another bye week. So we just ready to come in and prepare and just get back off our feet and come back here and get to work.
Have you been watching the AAC, and what's your impression of the league so far?
It's a good competition so far. You know, it's a couple teams very impressed. We're very impressed with just as a conference. You know, it's just that some of them, you know, they come so close to winning some games. You know, we really like those W's and, you know, those close games.
Do you think, I mean, when you look at an open week and you have a couple of good games after this week, Coach talked maybe 20 times about keeping you guys focused on Temple, keeping you focused on Temple. As an older guy, how do you try to do that with the younger guys?
What you tell the young guys is that if you travel this week, you're going to play. So, you know, on a regular basis, you don't get a lot of snaps. So you understand that you don't get a lot of snaps this game basically because of the opponent we're playing. So make sure that the guys prepare. It's maybe like a Super Bowl for them, so they can give a chance to prove to coaches that, you know, I'm good enough to come in and play and replace and give some of the ones a break throughout the regular game and on the big game.
How many times in a week like this do you hear Coach say, focus on this opponent?
Oh, you hear him a lot of time because, you know, just because of the opponent we playing, he preaches more about focusing in on and locking in and not understanding, not looking at the opponent, just worrying about where we at as a team.
How do you stay motivated for an opponent that is 0-4 and has been, you know, beaten pretty soundly?
I would motivate ourselves just about the stats. There was a couple great stats as a team, as a defense, as offense out there, and as we all think we lead in the nation, and we want to stay in those top 10, top 15 categories, and we understand that this is a game where we just can't waste any plays on if we want to keep those and reach and stay in our goal range.
Coach Bedford said it doesn't matter where you are ranked stat-wise right now because you're only 4 games in, but as a defense, you take a little pride in being the #1 scoring defense in the country?
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in it. So we come out every day with our, with our hard hats on, ready to work, because we understand that if we give up any small play can count. You know, we give up a 20-yard yard run or a nice little deep ball. We understand it can hurt us in the stat, but we want to stay in amongst the ranks of the best defenses in the nation.
Charles was saying that you all kind of bought into what he was saying. I mean, what things has he done to help, you know, keep you all focused on just taking every opponent seriously despite the record and, you know, how they play?
We just treat every game like it's a Super Bowl around here. It may seem like it to the fans or to the spectators, but to us it's a big game. It's our first conference game. We're going to start this conference season off right.
When you're playing in a game that's lopsided, and when you're playing an opponent that you expect to be pretty handily, is there a different feel than in a tight game, in a game where the teams are evenly matched as a player when you participate in the game?
Not really. It's just that you know, we know that the competition level is lower, and you know, as a team we've come so long to where we may have been that team, and we don't want to take a step back. We always want to take a step forward. So we just look at those games as don't just look at judge your opponent by the, you know what I'm saying, by the book. Make sure, you know, they come out there, because anything can happen on Saturdays. So we just come out there and we're well prepared as always. We come out there ready to play.
You all have certain goals statistically, like per game that you want to hold them to, things like that?
Yeah, I think we haven't set any goals this week. I think we will set that as a defense here shortly, by later on the day. But you know, like last week, we just hold a bunch of 150 yards total offense. Make sure, you know, we wanted to reach 6 sacks, and we wanted to get a couple turnovers. You know, it's just things we, as a defense side of the ball, we try to always give us, you know, a game within a game almost.
You get to 35-42, nothing. Is there a chance that your mind ever wanders, or can you stay as motivated, as focused as early in the game?
Football. It's still football at the end of the day. That's what we love to do. We can be up by 100. I can stay out there and see some things. You know, I can. Obviously, I probably won't be in the game, but somebody else is well. I'm just the biggest fan. You know, the threes, the twos, my backups. they out there playing. You know, they work hard throughout the whole week to go out there and showcase their talent. So I'm out there just being the biggest fan.
How much fault were the coaches able to find with, last week you gave up 2 first downs? They go to film and pick some stuff out, and you're like, come on, guys, we gave up 2 first downs.
Yes, they really did. They got on us about 2 first downs because they want to be perfect too, and we also want to be perfect. And, you know, it's just that they coach so hard. You know, it's the simplest things. You know, sometimes they may have dropped the ball in the pass, where they might have had a first down. You see Coach Bedford coach the DBs up, and Coach Hurt coaching us up, talking about we need to get off blocks and we need to stand out gaps and lanes. And it's just a family camaraderie. It's just that we all want to be perfect.
Can you kind of compare the expectations now versus this time last year in terms of per game goals that you set? I mean, the bar has been set so high now. What was it like last year?
The bar was set pretty high because we had a lot of good players coming back, and it's the same as this year. It's just the understanding of where we at now as an organization compared to last year. I always want to be better than last year, and we understand that in order for not to take step backs, we got to do the things we didn't do last year, so we can take a step forward.
Brandon, how did your role this year change with Jermaine getting hurt and D'Angelo and anything? How you've had to compensate and maybe fill a bigger role than some of the guys?
Basically, I just knew that I was gonna be moved inside more predominantly, so I had to get my mind separated for take on a lot more double team. But at the end of the day, I was just glad to be out there and have an opportunity to go out there and just play well for my teammates.
How much does it excite you guys, no matter who you're playing, to play in an NFL stadium? I mean, your ultimate goal is to play on Sundays. Is that something you guys think about when you walk out, you look around a little bit?
Yeah, we get that. Actually, in the past, I know the senior class, we played in, I think, Tampa Bay and the Bengals stadium. So we felt like, those stadiums is huge. And one day, if we got the opportunity to go play, you understand that the type of crowd we'll be playing against is way more bigger, and the stadium is huge. So we just be ready to play.
When you, speaking of stadiums, Coach Strong made a little bit of reference to that you wouldn't mind seeing the stadium is closed at some point, this stadium. As a Louisville guy, I mean, you'll come back to games here a lot. Do you hope to see that at some point? Or?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see. It'd be one of them things that probably it'll be like expansion did, but it'd be something to see, like just to see the whole stadium just wrapped, and it'd be nice and it's cool. It just shows you how far the programs can come far, and only where it can go.
When you were a kid, would you imagine?
Oh no! I mean, I was a kid. Honestly, I only been to 2 games before I even started playing there at this stadium. I was always went to the old stadium. So just to see this stadium from last, that's even greater.
When you look, a lot has been made about the Sugar Bowl as an example of what you all can do. But you kind of look at some games last year as an example of what can happen to you if you don't stay focused.
Yeah, we always talk on the Syracuse game, the UConn game. It's just we take those into consideration as our biggest downfall. And every time Coach relays back, don't have a Syracuse game. Let's don't do this. Let's even pull up clips and show us in front of us a team meeting just to show us that we came far, but we understand who we are and what can happen to us if we just get on our high horse and just get complacent.
What games did you watch on Saturday? Did you watch Central Florida, probably South Carolina?
Well, actually, I didn't watch. I didn't watch the game. I was out on a date with my girlfriend, but I actually kept up with the score, and I said Central Florida. She was like, "We play Central Florida?" I said, "Oh wow, you don't even know we play Central Florida." it was just one of them things where you see the score, and I'm like, it's not supposed to happen right here, but it was happening, and I was really looking forward to Central Florida to pull it off. But that's a great team, great organization that come a long ways, and it just to show you that the AAC we got some teams in here that can play with high level teams.
What about Georgia? LSU, did you watch that?
Oh, y'all watched that game? It was a great game right there. It was high scoring. It was a shootout. I wasn't expecting that. I thought LSU and Georgia had some good defenses. So it was one of those things where you was like, as a defensive side, a lot of corrections can be made on both sides. And I was just looking at things, So if we ever get a chance to play those teams, those high caliber teams, we understand what we can match up with.
You're thinking, when you're watching that, though, you're thinking, they wouldn't do that on us. They wouldn't run down the field.
Yeah. When you see those types of things, but anything can happen, and you just understand that it is. You got to respect the SEC, and you understand that we came so far as what we done did from Florida in the Sugar Bowl. We have great confidence that we can play with those teams.
How closely do you really watch the schedule? I mean, do you really look at the schedule and kind of, you know, think we can win this game? I mean, well, really just kind of look at the opponents and kind of see how the schedule plays out for you.
We don't, not necessarily look forward, we always focus on the week. But I like to go back and to see the teams that we played and see if they're doing good. Because, you know, it looks good on us if they're winning, if they have a good season. So you understand that the teams that we play might not be up in the rankings, but they are still winning games.
So were you for Kentucky to beat Florida?
Actually, I was. I wanted to see them, you know, battle with them, just compete, because, you know what I'm saying, they make us look good, you know, just saying that UK is just, they always think they're going to get ran through by every SEC team, but once they go out there and they play and they may upset one of them teams and make it seem like, put the spectators like, okay, UK is a good football team and Louisville is even greater.
Randy, can you sit and watch those games as a college football fan, or do you watch it for the interior linemen and see what they're doing?
I watch it all. I watch it from the court. I even watch the kickers. I mean, just to see. I'm just a football fan. I love football, so I mean, I can just watch it from the division, AA, 1AA, all the way to the big times, and it's nonstop football. And I just can't love this football season. When it's off season for me, I'm a spectator. I'm a fan.
How much did it help having a bye last week after 4 games and how it breaks the schedule up a little bit?
Well, it helps. It helps by rest. You need to get a lot of rest. A lot of the personnel groups get a lot of rest. You know, the young guys, as I said before, they take a lot of reps when they get rest. But we just clean up and polish up on the mental part of the game. You know, some things we packages deals, the defenses we put in so we can understand and polish up and just get ready for new things we're going to be throwing at us.
All right. Cool.